Thanks for staying with us. It's On Your Side tonight at 7:30. I'm Jamie Bowl.
And I'm Kim Anderson. For 6 months, our WBTV Investigates team unraveled the story of a young girl's horrific death here in Charlotte.
A death that may have been prevented with better oversight. Lawmakers saw the reports and drafted legislation now signed into law. Investigative reporter Naomi Coles walks us through her journey of how we got here.
Charlotte 911, do you need police, fire, or medic?
Graphic and horrific new details just released in court after a Charlotte...
Can something exactly what happened?
Multiple counts of...
I don't know. I was trying to wake my baby up. She's not breathing.
We're also learning the East Charlotte home where that reported child abuse happened is also at the center of a fire investigation.
You arrest in the gruesome death of a 6-year-old girl.
Is she awake? Is she awake? No.
The story of Dominique Moody's death started like a lot of crime reports do. Police released a few details, prosecutors bring charges, we get some more details from court records. That's often when the story ends and the public is left wondering, was there more to it? I mean, look at what her home looked like. This didn't happen overnight. I had to know more.
This is the funeral chapel for Unity Funeral Services. I'd never met Dominique until now. Of course, they called me because I'm a funeral director. I'm a mortician. So they knew that Uncle JV would take care of it.
When I met Dominique Moody's great uncle in January, I was in the process of filing record requests to learn everything I could about whether this home had been on the radar for authorities before she died. I would eventually get records showing more than 50 police visits and a juvenile court record that revealed 5 opened Child Protective Services investigations at her home, but those never substantiated abuse or neglect. I learned much later, those numbers only scratched the surface. That number of visits became so much more significant to me after what the funeral home's licensed mortician told me about what he found on her body.
I've seen a lot of things, and in my line of work, you swallow it and keep moving. But to see the different things that her body endured, you ask the question, what happened here?
What's your professional opinion of how old some of the marks and scars on her body were?
My professional opinion is they're as old as she is.
It triggered a critical question for me. With a home that well known to authorities, how could everyone have missed a child that prosecutors say was clearly starving at just 27 pounds, with bodily scars and injuries that dated back years? This tragic story would launch a lot of follow-ups. Check 1, 2. I first asked the county to acknowledge it. Then I tried again and again to get the county to release records that they blocked, and they changed their reasons for blocking it several times.
That is not the way the laws are designed to work. The laws are designed to say any member of the public can get information when it is public by statute.
Eventually, that information would come out anyway, in a cascade of interest from the North Carolina General Assembly. First, the House Oversight Committee launched a probe. Then the state released a report placing Mecklenburg County Social Services on a correction plan after finding numerous failures in how the agency was handling child welfare cases.
Do you affirm that your testimony is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? All right, thank you.
Then lawmakers called Mecklenburg County officials into a contentious 8+ hour hearing.
This is not a safe environment for a child.
That's where I finally learned the actual number of CPS reports about Dominique's home. Not 5, but 13.
I'm sorry, I don't buy that explanation, Mr. Bryant, because honestly, the reason that we are here and the reason that letter was necessary is because a 6-year-old girl was found dead in a dog crate in your county. That is unacceptable.
Then came the legislation named for Dominique. Lawmakers cited our reporting for what it had exposed about who had known about her home.
Naomi, I can't thank you enough for shining the light. I tell you, I really can't.
A lot of times it takes a tragedy and a dogged investigative reporter to bring a lot of these things to life, and I want to commend especially Naomi Coles at WBTV, who's done a lot of investigative reporting on this.
signed into law this month. The bill would change who makes decisions on complex child welfare cases when someone makes a report to CPS. It also changes how those decisions are made.
I think what it's going to do is it's going to give us an extra layer of accountability on decision making that happens on the ground.
Dominique, this is for you.
The bill became law just 7 months after Dominique died. That's a speed that has overwhelmed her great uncle, who became one of her most outspoken advocates.
There's nothing we can do for Dominique, but for the other children of North Carolina, we're on the way there.
In her life, Dominique's home was a house of horrors. After her death, it was mysteriously burned. And now today, it's been bulldozed. What's left is just an overturned garbage can and grass blowing in the wind. A testament to what no one wants to remember, but a life that all of us are called to never forget. Reporting in Charlotte, Naomi Coles, WBTV, on your side.
And Naomi Coles joins us here now in studio to talk more about this. We cannot get that little girl's name or picture out of our minds. And I know you've as close to the story, obviously, as anyone. Such impactful work. A couple questions, if you don't mind. I'm wondering, dozens of calls, right? Reports were made finally about this little girl. Who was making those calls? Was she in school? Was it doctors? Who were making these reports about her?
That's a question that I pursued for a long time before I got really good answers to it. And what I can tell you now is that we know police made at least 2 of those reports. That came out in a legislative hearing earlier this year. I heavily suspect that a teacher made at least 1 of those reports. Now, she was not in school herself, which has always been a red flag about this case, but she had a younger sister who was in school. And I have records showing that teachers raised concerns about that younger sister. This part, again, is not confirmed, but I would heavily suspect that those concerns made it from that teacher to CPS at some point. Apart from that, what we know is that some of these other calls actually came from family members of Dominique who were not living with Dominique, and some of them got transferred. You know, she had family in Fayetteville area. They had transferred some of these reports over. So I don't know who made every single one, but we know who made a few.
And we know dozens were made, right? And we know the end
13
result.
in total, yeah.
And that's the sad part about this. I mean, I always think to myself too, you got a lot of this story from a funeral home, you know?
Yes.
And that is the part that is just heartbreaking. This was a relative as well.
I mean, seeing a 6-year-old's casket in a funeral home, it's not a picture you should ever see.
No, exactly. Obviously, this has led to change, right? We saw in the General Assembly, we don't see bipartisan action in our politics anymore.
Not often.
This was, obviously, everyone was on board. So that's going to bring us systemic change. But I'm also thinking to myself, were there any individuals held to account because of all of this?
Another question I spent a lot of time pursuing. What we know is that 2 people, one was forced into retirement, one was fired at Social Services Department. Those weren't, I will say, they were not high-level people, right? And we're talking here about not just one case, but what was later found to be systemic issues across the whole department. There was a handful of other people who were disciplined, and there has been a push from some more extreme Republican lawmakers to try to push our district attorney to do criminal prosecutions of individuals at the Social Services Department. We have not actually seen any of that materialize yet. But, you know, I think I want to emphasize here again, what was found was systemic issues. Right. And the people that were ultimately held account were not people at a level high enough to address systemic problems.
Because we know social work, that's a tough business.
It is.
No one's getting rich doing that sort of work. But it does lead to the question, are they understaffed? Are we dealing with the long-term sort of funding issues of dealing with this sort of thing?
I've spoken to sources who I obviously will not name at the department, and one thing that they have really emphasized to me is just how many cases these child welfare workers are responsible for. In many cases leading up to Dominique, it is unfortunately a far too common story that these people who are in charge of some of the most sensitive, most vulnerable children in our county, they are being tasked with maybe 24 cases at some points, which is simply too much. We are seeing Again, some change here. The county manager came out and said that he was putting $2.5 million in the county budget to fund 18 new staff positions. That is good news. Of course, the question that some lawmakers raised in reaction was why did this have to wait until after somebody died? But we are seeing more funding go in at a local level. That budget did pass. So that is, I think, another sign of hope going forward.
Well, your reporting has brought about real change, real impactful stuff. A terrible story to have to tell, but we're glad you brought it all to light for us. Appreciate you stopping by, Naomi, as always. You can read all of this, by the way. Head to our website at WBTV.com. There is more to come here at 7:30.
Yeah, it's bad.